Okay, we should be live. We should be live right here. And yeah, hopefully all is good with the fever in the dream game and all. Love to see it. And we should be back, hopefully. We're going to go hotspot off the phone from here. How are you guys? We are going to hotspot off my phone to watch the game. It's not an ideal scenario, but it's got to work. Let's go, Fever. Yep, let's go, Fever. Don't see it happening, but let's go, Fever. Oh, lads, I am in a bad spot. I literally have... I counted on my leg right now. I counted 34 mosquito bites. I counted 34 mosquito bites on my leg. Love to see it. You love to see it. 34 is what I counted. Not fun. Not fun at all. Kelsey Mitchell's last game is a fever. I doubt it. I doubt it. 2-0 means Steph White is out of here. Yeah, I doubt it again. I doubt there's any scenario where Steph White is gone from the fever. Coach so resistant to change a system that isn't working. There's so many coaches that are resistant to change what's working. Even really good coaches. A lot of really high quality coaches. Give me 1 second. I need to put in a... You see, do I have an image here? Anything on my desktop? I just drag an image onto my desktop. I was about to say, I was like, I didn't know what was happening. I thought I was hearing something. I was like, is it starting? I heard an echo. I was like, no, that's how I've gotten onto it. Live should be the Atlanta Dream versus the Indiana Fever. Should be an interesting one anyway. Okay, first game, first possession, dump down. Are we really going to a Leah Boston post touches? Like, I understand it worked, but like, we're not winning the game by Leah Boston post touches. Like, that's absolutely... I mean this when I say this. And a Leah Boston post touch is not winning us this game. We're going to watch some low resolution Caitlin Clark picture is going to come onto the screen whenever I need to go. My sound quality is weird. Is it bad? Is it bad? It seems okay on my end. An easy bucket for Jordan Canada there. Not ideal for us. How good I think the crowd's going to be. Pretty good. And normally the cheaper the tickets, the better the crowd is. Oh, dear Lord, Howard, what was that? As expected, they do not guard Natasha Howard, so they double down everything into Aaliyah Boston, which means you have to have Aaliyah Boston far from the basket. And Aaliyah's already picked up one foul. Do a sign language play-by-play. I don't even know how to do it. Sorry. Foul 7. Every possession. Foul 7. Aaliyah Boston. I think that might be a given for every possession. Okay. That's the last. I can't remember the last time I saw Lexi Hall make a layup. Can't remember the last time I saw her make a layup. Sorry, I'm just going to go and collect food. I don't know what the background of this looks like. So you got a low-res picture of Caitlin Clark for a few seconds here. Nope, not ready yet. Low-res picture of Caitlin Clark. Shout out for holding it down. Shout out for holding it down. But yeah, I just don't think we have the personnel. Like Aaliyah's out here. I don't know what's wrong with the audio here. Aaliyah's out here. I don't know what's wrong with the audio here. Like I'm listening to it on my phone. It's fine. Get my Leeds jersey ready, man. Losing to a better team is what Leeds do. We're not giant slayers. When we face a better team, we could have the game. We could have the game as good as in the bag, tied. And Gabby Goodmanson can score the own goal of the season in the last minute of the game. Naz Hillman randomly shooting the ball is kind of crazy. Good, Lexi. Good. Good take there by Lexi. Caitlin can come back if they get the second round. Nope, because they stupidly ruled her out for the season. Like, the reality is there's no way the 2 weeks between when they ruled Caitlin out versus the second round that she wasn't going to be back playing. They just don't want her playing. It's as simple as that. The Indiana Fever do not want Caitlin playing. Any other team would be trying to work their best player back to play. The Indiana Fever aren't. They don't want Caitlin playing. It's as simple as that. Like, the reason why Caitlin Clark is not playing isn't to do with necessarily the injury. It's that they don't think that she's an asset to the team without fully being ramped up. And they don't feel like they can ramp her up. And they don't want to use her in a limited role. Too much of a risk. How is it a risk? The scan showed nothing. Explain to me how her potentially risking. Like, explain to me how it's a risk. Like, the first injury she had happened in practice. Good shot, Kelsey. Sims makes my head explode. Yep. She's just Kelsey Mitchell, but worse. Okay. Being the main focus of your playoff team, man, she'd be easing it back in. She'd be doing a Steph Curry. If it's like, she'd be doing a Steph Curry. Sorry. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Caitlin Clark will be ready for Unrivaled I wonder where she's going to play in the off-season, because there's no chance that she just sits on her ass in the off-season. She likes basketball too much to sit on her ass, especially with the greater than 50% chance of a lockout. I'd say there's a 10% chance she sits out this offseason. Kelsey Mitchell 5 points here in the first quarter, in the first 5 minutes. It must seem like a quiet start for her. And Lexi fouls. A bit of a better start, in fairness. We have started more lively here. Audio worse. Okay. Hopefully it's a bit better. I hear some ASMR. If there's a buzz... Oh, sorry. The buzz is from my laptop, probably. I'm probably too close to my laptop. There's nothing I can do about the humming from the laptop. Oh my god. We're not even getting these calls at home? Really? Not even getting these at home? We're getting bad calls at home. I don't know what's going to happen. Wait, is that KK Timpson in the game already? Shout out Steph White for actually risking something. Shout out Steph White. Shout out Steph White. I like the fact she took a risk. Coach doesn't like taking them. You could see Caitlin Clark instead. You could see Caitlin Clark playing with a not very good college team, practicing with a not very good college team instead of playing basketball for a year. Basically saying, go take 3 years off basketball. Where, by the way, if Caitlin Clark takes 3 years off basketball to just practice, she will not be a top 20 player in the WNBA when it comes back. If the season doesn't happen. That's not a foul to travel. Oh my god, Lexi Hull got called for another one. She got called for another random travel from Ryan Howard. Are they going to have to challenge another Ryan Howard travel? You have to waste another challenge on a Ryan Howard travel. 2 in 2 games. Why did she ice KK out? Your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. You would trade AB for Angel Reese? No. No. No hope. Not a chance. Why I'm always eating? It's like 1:30 in the morning. I like to have some in-game snacks, you know. Tyrese Halliburton had a grade 2 groin strain. I say I had a grade 2 calf strain. Caitlin Clark has a nothing. Literally, scan showed nothing. 6 small meals is better than 3 big meals. When I lost all my weight, I was eating 1 a day. When I lost the 30, well, how much did I lose? Yeah, the 30 pounds, it was eating once a day. No, my new place, no. I'm literally in an apartment in Croatia. Fever play like pros. Fever up 3. They're up 3. Fever are winning. Why did I think Breanna is more than one? I didn't realize she only won championship. $7 playoff tickets. What relevance is a $7 resale ticket for the Fever when all the tickets sold? Sims creates no assists. I mean, Sims is just worse Kelsey Mitchell. I think we all kind of know that. I'm just happy seeing KK Timpson in the game, because it at least means it's at least means you're going for it. You're not just trying not to lose. I'm happy with that. If we get blitzed because Steph White goes for it, I'm good with that. Good defense. Way to hustle, Ariel. Kelsey. It's not a good pass. Boston's just getting cardio. I mean, yeah, in the system they play, she's just worse Bree Jones. Like, if you want her to be Bree Jones, she can be Bree Jones, but she's not Bree. She's going to be a worse Bree Jones. Just like in Steph White's system, she wants Caitlin to be a worse version of Paige. Like, there's only one Paige. You're not going to turn Caitlin into Paige. Okay, good finish. KK trash. What? Like, she'll at least score a layup. You have to respect her from mid as well. Like, you look where Brittany Griner's standing. She's at least focusing on KK in a way. Like, she has to guard her. If that was Brie Turner, she'd be standing under the basket. Just put it up. Just put it up. No, that's good. Oh my God, that's good. Oh my God, that's good. Why does that not count? Oh. No, it's not good. It's not good. It looked good in real time. It's not good. 0.1 seconds, I'd say. Okay. I don't hate bringing on Howard as well here with Bree Turner. I don't hate this. Oh no. Big board, Ariel. I'm one Ariel Powers. You cannot question her effort. I think Ariel Powers is going to be on this team next year. I think she's on this team next year. She's playing like somebody trying to save her career. I think she's going to be on the team next year. I legitimately think Ariel Powers is going to be on this team next year. It's a weird step through. McDonald and Powers are in contracts. I don't want to keep Ari. She's so bad with Caitlin. And the only reason I would keep Ari is if we assume Caitlin is going to be hurt. Because she's terrible with Caitlin on the floor. Like, they play terribly together. So, like, the only reason I would sign Ari McDonald is if you're planning on trading Caitlin Clark. That's the only reason I would trade I would sign Ari McDonald. Nothing to do with Ari. I think Ari's really good. But it's why I wouldn't keep Odyssey Sims either. Oh, Kelsey. Good defense by Breanna, but Jesus, that was a nice move by Kelsey Mitchell. I want Dantas. If we sign Demiris Dantas, I'm a fan free agent. I don't care. I was already pissed off when we chose Dantas over Temi. Okay, Kelsey. That's an 8-point first quarter. Or 9-point first quarter? 8 points? Yep, Bree Jones on the inside. Bree Jones getting it on the inside. All right, I don't know how we stop Bree Jones with his lineup. I don't know how we stop Bree Jones with any lineup, especially this one. Like, has Alicia Gray even scored? Have Ryan Howard or Alicia Gray even scored yet? From the field. Petty, you're on there to do one thing, and it's that. You're on the floor to do one thing. Great defense. Genuinely great. I don't know how. It was a hack. It's 5-on-4. Great job, lads. Great job in the 5-on-4, and great job running back in defense. That's not what you want to see. You're not going to get... Aaliyah's not going to get Bree Jones in foul trouble. She's going to chill and stand on her. There we go, Petty. That's what you're in the game for. You're there to hit open shots. That's it. That's all you're in the game for. We live with that. We absolutely live with that. Could we get Natasha Cloud to Indiana? 0% chance. Natasha Cloud literally shared a TikTok saying Indiana is dangerous for Angel Reese. You are not getting Natasha Cloud to Indiana. Good first quarter. Really good first quarter. The Dream have been terrible, but we've actually looked pretty good. Really good first quarter. Shout out Steph White for this game plan, I guess. Like, really, really good first quarter. Like, Alicia Gray's done nothing. Ryan Howard hasn't made a field goal. It's like Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard combined for 2 points in that quarter. And Kelsey's got 8. Like, that's all you need. That's all. Like, it's going to be tough. But it's going to be hard. Clash Cloud doesn't share the same values of Indiana. I don't think. I mean this when I say this. I don't think a single WNBA team gives a flying fuck. We are a team that simultaneously employs Sid Colson and Sophie Cunningham. I don't think people care. Ariel Parr is looking like a starter so far. Oh, I mean, she does a lot of dumb shit. She just puts out in 100% effort. 0 rebounds. For who? Aaliyah with 0 boards in the first quarter. KK doing cardio. Did cardio for 2 minutes. Kelsey's out of control. Yeah, I agree. That's why Kelsey shouldn't have the ball in her hands that much. That's why Kelsey shouldn't have the ball in her hands, because she does play completely out of control, but she's supremely skilled and she's an elite scorer. What's up with John Quell? There's only one basketball. That's the problem with John Quell Jones. There's only one basketball, and with her injury and Emma coming in and everything, she's kind of been frozen out of the offense pretty much. And Emma's been frozen out, period. She sits on the bench right now. Like, the Liberty's it's not working out particularly well. Do they sign Lexi and Sophie next season? They're dumb if they don't. Like, both of them are cool coming off the bench. Both of them play defense. Both of them shoot. Both of them are good enough that you can't leave them open. AB's a role player now in Steph White's system, 1,000,000%, yes. Steph White's system is literally Kelsey, go get 30, and everybody else, you're going to have to shoot contested and hope for the best. Messman played like shit game 1. Yeah, she played like 10 minutes. I'm sorry, if we're judging somebody who didn't get on the court. She also had like a rebound a minute. What's her name doesn't play the bench. Don't think Clay will be a good fit for the Fever. I don't even think on the court she's a good fit. She needs a ball a lot in her hands. Like, she needs the ball in her hands. But let's be real, like, Emma Messman's probably going to start tomorrow and be one of their main focal points of their offense against the Mercury. Like, it wouldn't be out around possibility to watch her go and drop 20 tomorrow. Like, she literally won a Finals MVP where she didn't start. She literally won a Finals MVP off the bench. She made a dumb decision going to the Liberty. I think it would have been a starting Candy Burke. Well, yeah, she's still going to play 30 minutes, like. Well, she's still going to play 25 minutes. Why doesn't Fever have chance? Yeah, I think there's no football chance in basketball. There's no football chance in basketball. Like, I mean, I started some football chance. You can get football chance in this type of stream, but no, you got to make it hostile. As a Leeds United fan, this league's too buddy for me to really be like actively a huge fan of any team. I think it's just too buddy. If Steph White stays at the Fever, they should call up the Dallas Wings and see if they're willing to, not even see if they're willing to do it, go give us Paige and the number 1 overall pick for Caitlin Clark. And Dallas will say yes. And you then go and bring in AZ Fudd, and you just sign all the former UConn players, and you make it the the UConn Fever. Get rid of Aaliyah Boston as well. She doesn't fit. Maybe send Aaliyah Boston with you. Maybe send Aaliyah Boston with her just to get her to any organization, because if you want to go full on UConn ball, that's not a foul. She Euro stepped to nowhere. Amber Cox, laziest gym in the league. She doesn't know who Annika Soltow is. What relevance is Annika Soltow in this scenario? Where he sent AB? I don't know. Send AB in that trade. Send AB in that trade. The Fever might be dumb enough to do it. You're not trading Caitlin? Obviously not. I'm just joking about that. I'm just joking, basically. If you want to play a system, Clark has right refused on trades. Yeah, no, she doesn't. I was saying if you don't want to build a system around Caitlin and Aaliyah Boston, just trade both of them because their trade values are so high. If you want to build an equal opportunities system where all players are equal and all players are allowed equally make decisions on the ball, just trade for Paige Bueckers. Paige Bueckers would be happy to pass the ball to a dumbass on her left and a dumbass on her right. She would happily pass the ball to Misha Hines-Allen and go ISO. But at least on the Fever, she gets to pass the ball to Kelsey Mitchell. Paige will do all the dumb shit that Stephanie White wants Caitlin to do. Odyssey's either hot or cold. Yeah, she's just worse Kelsey Mitchell. Like, we've known that from when they signed her. She is worse Kelsey Mitchell. The league is in cahoots to nerf Caitlin. No, they're not. The Indiana Fever just hired old WNBA. Like, there are teams that have gone full in on modern basketball. The Fever have gone the Fever went the opposite way. Like, they haven't hit a jump shot yet, and we're up. So, only up 3 is concerning. Okay. Is that Bree? Probably was in her turnover. Is that Bree Jones on 2? Not 1. I was hoping that was Bree on 2. So who's in foul trouble for us? Just Lexi? Just Lexi. I'd get Leah Boston back in the game as soon as Brittany Griner checks in. Wait. Aaliyah's been in the game? Oh, no. Like, this is actually getting bad. How are we ahead? Like, this is... Oh, yeah, Leah. Good take. Take her on the perimeter. That's where your advantage is over Bree Jones on the perimeter. I don't care if your coach wants you to post up. Say no. Just say no. You don't have to. You can wing it. She's not going to sub you off. You can do whatever you want. You're Aaliyah Boston. She's not going to sub you off. Fuck the game plan. Take her on the perimeter. I don't know what Nia Coffee was doing jumping, but we'll take it. That was a really good move there by Aaliyah. I mean, the Atlanta Dream have been horrendous. Like, they've been horrendous. Like, if the Fever win this game by being the less bad of 2 teams, then fair fucks to them. Fair play to them. Like, up 7 in a game where you've been as bad as Indiana have been is impressive. I don't know if their defense has been good or Atlanta have just been really bad. Maybe it's a bit of both. Oh my God. Okay, it's still 70 and 24 on my screen. I'm way behind. Is Bree Jones actually running the floor? Is Bree Jones actually out here running the floor? Like, they're not easy buckets. We don't win the game by that. We don't win the game by Leah doing that. And Leah just picked up her second foul. Oh, no. Like, that's such a tough move by Leah. We don't need that. Why are you subbing her out? You have 6. Why is she being subbed out? She has 6. Why are you subbing her out for 2? She's already been subbed out, hasn't she? Aaliyah's only played 10 minutes. Don't sub her out. Give her 36 minutes today. She's good for 36. Aaliyah's the worst whistle in the league. I don't even mind bringing on Bree Turner when you're up 7. Good defense. Good defense. What did Lee even do here? Oh, come on. That's the second time she's been called for that this series. She's been called for 2 fouls this series and Bree Jones running into her and flopping. Okay, that's a good shot by Lexi. That's a good shot by Lexi. Where's Lexi? On the floor? I don't know what other hands you want to give there. She's on the floor. Lexi, that one. I mean, Lexi's been good. Aaliyah has, 6? Aaliyah's got 6. I'm 1. But look, we're up 7. We're up 7. I don't think we can complain at all. We're up 7 points. I think we can win this game. I think we can win this game. 200-pound Jones flopping from Boston touching her. She's like 6'4". Like, Aaliyah's 6'5". I think in this scenario, they're both over 200 pounds. They're 6'4" and 6'5". Being 200 pounds at that height is not heavy. Oh, Bree Jones completely flopped. Bree Jones completely flopped. But yeah, that's a problem. Bree Jones completely flopped and nothing will happen. It's really bad basketball so far. Yeah. The way things are going right now, neither team's going to hit 40 by halftime. Leah's only in 2, isn't she? Yeah, Leah's only in 2. There's no reason that she's subbed out. Wait, we subbed Kelsey off? I don't remember that. Every player has a plus other than KK. One of the worst games you ever watched. One of the worst games you ever watched so far. This has been the year of Stephanie White ball. Thank you. What's the Dreams field goal percentage? I don't know. Thank you for the $10, Rich. Really appreciate that. The field goal percentage. 5 for 10 from Ryan Howard and Bree Jones, and 0 for 3. 5 for 13. 6 for 17. 8 for 20. 9 for 22. 9 for 23, which is not ideal. What's 9 for 23? Like mid-low 40s? 39. When Aaliyah got bumped and Aja got a cold jump ball, she didn't get bumped. She got hit with the Coldplay hug. She just got grabbed from behind. How far am I behind? Lexi just missed a shot on my screen. I shouldn't have refreshed. I can't see anything. I mean, Indiana are doing well. They're doing really well so far here. Good running there by Natasha Howard. Good run. Lucky the Dreams are shooting bad. Yep. Very luckily the Dream are shooting bad. Okay. Jeez, we're killing them. We're killing them so far. Fever holding to 19. I mean, they've been real bad. They've been real bad. Oh, wow. Good defense. If the Fever somehow hold the Atlanta Dream to under 60, that'll be so impressive. That'd be so impressive. Howard in the game, yeah. Why wouldn't Howard be in the game? This is Stephanie White ball at its finest. We may not score 80, but you guys may not score 60. Yep, that's an offensive foul. Howard's playing well. Yeah, not playing badly. Boring, yeah, but you know, a win's a win in the playoffs. You can live with boring as long as you win the playoffs, to be honest. You like winning, but this isn't fun to watch. Yeah, of course. Did we really challenge that? We really challenged an offensive foul. It's not the one to challenge. Like, they never overturned that call. Even though it's legal, they never overturned that. Great block by Bree Turner. I agree. Refs never overturned that call. Doesn't matter if she was set. They never overturned that call. They always say, "Oh, she didn't set in enough time for the defender to be able to get around." They very rarely. It was no foul, but they never overturned that call. Do I think Bree Turner and the shot clock still talk? I think it's going to get reversed. I don't know. Ozzy Sims with 1 assist. Congratulations on her season high. Congratulations on her career high in 1 assist. I don't know, that's MPJ. But Ozzy Sims does not like to pass. How do we start a position to fire that ref? Yeah, you can't do that. When I bring the mic close to the cam, close to me or close to the camera? It could well be just how loud my laptop is. 2025 fever grade and 2024 fever. I think 2024 fever beat this dream team. I know it probably sounds weird, but I think they do. Yep, Howard didn't give time for Gray to get around the screen. I knew exactly. You knew exactly what that was going to be. If you've heard the way these referees ref the game, like I literally called the reason they weren't going to call it. Wait, do we only have 75 likes? 77 likes. Surely we can get to 100 by halftime, lads. 400 of you guys in here. Surely we can get to 100 by halftime. Thank you, Chocolate Mustache, for gifting the membership. They didn't say it was. They didn't say it wasn't about legal defensive position. They literally said they made the call because Howard didn't give enough time to them to get around, which is the most bullshit call ever. So KK in the game is an interesting one. Lexi's done a really good job here on Ryan. Finally, they called the travel on Ryan Howard, not a foul on Lexi. Finally. Are we on the perimeter? Or are we in the bonus Jesus now? In the WNBA, the best way to defend a screen is by running into the screener, and it's going to be an offensive foul. We're up to score now. Oh, I don't know. Good foul. Good job. Are we on the line yet? Surely. ESPN doesn't show the freaking fouls, do they? They don't show the fouls. Caitlin's probably healed. Caitlin's probably been healed weeks. You don't start ramping up until you've healed, and she's been ramping up over a month. So many mosquito bites. So many. Right where the mic is. So many mosquito bites. How long before either team scores? I don't know. I'm drinking some. I'm getting a drink just to stay awake. There's no malaria in Croatia. But yeah, I'm in Croatia, yeah. But yeah, I have counted over 30 mosquito bites on both my legs. I didn't have any on my arms yesterday, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my arm. My arms. So yeah. I stay inside more. That's the problem is I actually left the house. I left the house. Why am I in Croatia? It's a nice country. It's a nice country. I am not muted. Do you have 19 points? Yes, I do. Trim 19 points. Yep. I mean, I can't be shouting. Like, I'm pretty sure there's no one above me. But behind me, I think there are people. I think there are people behind here. Pixelate the game, pretend I'm playing 2K. Yeah, this is kind of my job. I want to get banned on YouTube. I have multiple YouTube channels that I run as my job. And it's been my job since I was like 20. So I'm not going to ruin my career so you guys can watch a game that you can just watch for free on any number of websites. This is one of the worst basketball games in the history of basketball. Why am I in Croatia? It's a nice country. It's a nice country. But is the hand part of the ball, though? Is the hand part of the ball? Wait, we heard the noise. Where's the investigation? We just heard the noise. Sounds like they have a mosquito problem. No, it was when I was in Montenegro. I came back from Montenegro. I was just walking. I was like, my ankles feel really itchy. And then all of a sudden, I look at my ankles and I have like 15 mosquito bites. Had the noise in Atlanta yet. Sims has been absolutely awful. That looked like it probably was a foul, but we'll take it. Take advantage, please. You know what, Aaliyah? Shoot that. Let it fly. Good board, Lexi. Odyssey Sims. Oh my god, Odyssey, what are you doing? Just play Shape Heady the whole second half, please. Oh my god, Odyssey, what are you doing? I don't actually know what Odyssey Sims does. Oh, come on, Odyssey. Great job running back on defense there. Great job running back on defense. Everyone knows on defense what you're supposed to do is protect the basket, then you go to your player. No, Odyssey Sims, let's go to the player and leave KK Timpson have to cover two players and give up a layup. Oh. I don't have a Leeds jersey with me, unfortunately. I do actually have a Fever jersey, which I probably should be wearing. Obviously, you don't pick up Odyssey Sims for next year. You obviously don't pick her up. Oh, God. 6-0 run, and suddenly it's a ball game by halftime again. That's not. I just barely defense. Please make this double digits. Please make this double digits by halftime, because Atlanta will not continue to score. Will not score less than 60 points in this game. Good, Cake. KK, you legend. KK, you absolute legend. Well, that's not an offensive foul, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take the bullshit call. We will take the bullshit call. The amount of bullshit calls they've gotten, we'll take a bullshit one. Release the Kraken, lads. Release the Kraken. That's not an offensive, but we will take it. 10-point game. We might win. We might actually win. We might actually win this game. Kelsey literally plays like a play shot in 2K. She plays basketball like a 2K play shot. Lexi on 3, not ideal. That's a serious shot there by Kelsey Mitchell. Wait, did I miss both free throws here? Shout out Ryan Howard. Like, a double-digit halftime lead is going to be huge. That's not a foul. It's hard to ref Ryan Howard. He just jumps on the ground. Kelsey playing Alicia Gray, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. That's possibly a carry. KK with the travel, or preterm to travel. Did they really flop and try to take a... Try to draw a foul on that? Brittany Griner has been a non-factor in the playoffs. She has been a non-factor. That could have been 4 point. That's a good shot by Alicia Gray. That's huge. Is that the first 3-pointer they hit all game? That is the first 3-pointer the Atlanta Dream have hit all game. That is a absolute, like... I don't even know how to describe that half right there. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, that was barely basketball, but we're ahead. We're ahead. That's, at the end of the day, that is probably the most important thing. Like, we are ahead somehow. And they are behind. They've been awful. They've been absolutely awful. It's kind of what you have to hope for. They need to be absolutely awful. And we need to be at least solid. If we're solid and they're awful, we'll win the game. I think we've been solid. I don't think we've been good. I think we've been solid. We've been disciplined on defense. And we scored 30. Jesus Christ, when we scored 35. Sims has been really bad. Only 2 turnovers for Sims. She's played 14 minutes, has 0 points and 2 turnovers. Shea Petty, I thought's been good. I thought Shea Petty's been good. I thought KK's done nothing wrong. I know she's -6. She's done nothing wrong. Like, Bree Turner. She does not play offense. She only plays defense. She's Bree Turner. I thought Aaliyah's been okay. But, look, they've just been really bad. They've just been really, really bad. And I don't know. When it comes to this, like, I don't know how we can I don't know how we can play this badly and win the game. Like, I don't know how we can play this badly. Like, I don't know how we can turn the ball over this much. I don't know how we can shoot this badly. I don't know how we can give up this many open shots. I don't know how we can shoot so few easy shots and be up and win this game. I don't know how we can win playing like this. But at the end of the day, if there's any coach that can win playing like this, it is Stephanie White. There is absolutely no coach that can win a game while you watch 40 minutes and think that their team is garbage. Better than Stephanie White. Defensive master. This isn't even a defensive masterclass. She's literally just dragging them down to their level. Man. Like, I never thought we'd see the Fever's A game. Being to drag teams down to their level. Like, it's just like last year's Sun. Like, we have the personnel to be doing more. Like, I doubt it works. I doubt it works in second half. I doubt it. We don't have Alyssa Thomas. Is there anything wrong with Steph finding a way to win? I actually think she's done a good job of coaching. The problem is she plays like this when Caitlin's on the team. She plays like this when Caitlin's on the team. That's what the problem is that, like, this is the way Steph White wants to play. Negative Nancy. You cannot be watching this game and be complaining that I'm too negative. You cannot be watching what has been one of the worst games of basketball to have ever been played in the WNBA, and I watched every single Sky game this year. Well, nearly every Sky game this year. I watched a lot of Wings games. Clark plays up-tempo every time she's on the court. Watch the second game of this season. Watch the third quarter. Caitlin Clark versus the Atlanta Dream. Caitlin Clark goes and runs to the right corner and stands there. She dribbles the ball up the court. She passes the ball to the side and she runs to the right corner and doesn't leave the right corner for the rest of the game quarter. She had a 27 and 10 in that game. And Steph White spent 2 quarters taking the ball out of her hand. One quarter out of 13 games. Fourth quarter against the Liberty when they lost. Sky game doesn't count. The entire second Atlanta Dream game. Valk's third quarter versus the Aces before the meltdown when they blew the lead. Valk's first game. One of them Caitlin was as bad. First half of the Atlanta Dream game. Until Caitlin just basically, it seemed like she told her to bench Kelsey Mitchell and bench Sasha Howard, and they won that one. The only times I've seen Caitlin push the pace was first half against the Liberty, and first half against the Liberty, second half the last time they played the Atlanta Dream, and the the Dallas Wings game that she played. There's been 3 times this season where Caitlin's pushed the pace. That's it. Those 3 games. Steph had to do this with fully healthy Caitlin Clark. Have you not heard Steph White talk? Have you not heard Steph White talk? She basically wanted Caitlin Clark to literally not pass the ball to Kelsey Mitchell for a layup because she wanted her to dribble out the clock in the game. Clark is pushing every time she has the ball in her hands. Did you not see that clip where she's pushing Kelsey Mitchell's an open layup and she just dribbles it back and slows it down? Stephanie White is risk averse as a coach. CC can work on her. You're not. A 23-year-old player is not going to change the coaching philosophy of a WNBA finals coach. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Like, Magic Johnson wasn't able to affect Paul Westhead when he'd won a championship. We don't talk no hero ball on this channel. I'm not talking hero ball. Caitlin Clark wants to pass. I'm talking watchable basketball. I'm talking actual watchable basketball. This is literally one of the worst basketball games I've ever seen. Neither team is good. The Fever are less bad. The Fever have been less bad. And that's the problem with a lot of the Fever games, is most of this year, and it's not just games that Caitlin Clark hasn't played. Like, the Indiana Fever have had some great games without Caitlin Clark. The times they beat the Storm. Both times they beat the Storm. They were fantastic in the Mercury game when they put up 107. They've been fantastic in some of them. But in a lot of the games without Caitlin, even with Caitlin, they're trying to be the less bad of 2 teams. They are trying to be the less bad of 2 teams. And that's like their game plan. Their goal is to be the less bad. So that's why I'm annoyed, is that is the Indiana Fever's tactic. The Dream had a half-empty 3,500-seat stadium. Oh, you know it. You know it. But that's the thing. Indiana Fever fans don't show up to away games anymore. Like, you say it, like, people are like, oh, it's not Caitlin. It's like, people bought the tickets during the season already. People bought the tickets before the season started. The playoffs tickets are new. When you don't already have tickets, people aren't going to go. This is the Indiana Sun. 100% this is the Indiana Sun. This is the Indiana Sun. Caitlin Clark is a loyal player. Thank you, Ken Swanson. You better do this now. Matching the Fevers win the first half just in case. Appreciate that $35. Yeah, I don't think the Fever win this. I don't think the Indiana Fever win this game. Just saying that. I think Caitlin Clark plays like a male player. I hate using that analogy, but you're not wrong with the logic about it. It's not she plays like a male player. She plays different to any player in the WNBA. She plays at a different speed, different tempo, different. It's not specifically, she plays like a male player. It's that she plays it's like she plays a different sport than the rest of the league. And the problem is that Stephanie White wants Caitlin Clark to play WNBA basketball. Caitlin Clark is not a WNBA basketball player. Caitlin Clark is a modern NBA point guard who's dropped into the WNBA. Stephanie White is a traditional WNBA coach who wants to play a traditional WNBA style. Like, it's never about, is Stephanie White a good coach? No. Yes, she is. Like, and this is what, like, idiots don't realize. People are like, Steph White is legitimately in the conversation for coach of the year. I don't think she is, but she's in the conversation. She's a really good basketball coach. But it's very big when Dream fans don't show up at the home games. Dream fans don't. Dream don't have fans. Who do the Atlanta Dream have fans? No. The Atlanta Dream don't have fans. Fear fans showed the Baltimore, because they bought the ticket 6 months ago. Chrissy Sides trusted Caitlin more. Chrissy Sides did not trust Caitlin more. Chrissy Sides just didn't trust herself. Chrissy Sides did not have and Chrissy Sides had zero ego. And that's the one thing I'll always say with Chrissy Sides. Until she won that coach of the month, Chrissy Sides had no ego. Steph White, rightfully so. To be in the position that Steph White's been in her career, you have to have an ego. But like, people are like, this dumb person on Twitter, like this guy on Twitter just keeps quoting spreadsheets at me, and I'm like, dude, watch the fucking games. And it's like, oh, you want Stephanie White fired? It's like, no, I want to give Stephanie White another chance. I would love to see Stephanie White adapt. I don't think she's going to. Natalie Nacasta is the only 5-0 coach in WNBA. No, she's not. Nate Tibbetts just spreads 5 people around AT, and we saw how good Nate Tibbetts is as a coach when it was literally AT, Satu, and a bunch of undrafted rookies, and they just spread out and won every game. They were even better before they got Dewana Bonner and Kat Copper back, and Satu forgot how to play basketball. But like, I remember seeing a lineup and it was like Alyssa Thomas. It wasn't even Alyssa Thomas. It was Monica Cohen-McCanny, Lexi Held, Musa, Kit Laxa, and Kat Westbeld. And I'm like, this is 5 undrafted rookies. Or 4 undrafted rookies and 1 rookie who got cut. And I'm like, they are competing with this 5 because of the way Tibbetts has them running. The problem is that at the pro level, for most coaches to get to the pro level, you have to believe in yourself as a coach. And a lot of the time, believing in yourself as a coach means believing in your system. As we've seen, Steve Kerr is a terrible coach for Team USA because he tries to turn them into the Warriors, and he doesn't have the Warriors players. Like, if Steve Kerr is a bad coach because of stubbornness, it's not a bad coach for those group of players with stubbornness. It's not a personal shot on Stephanie White to say she's a bad coach for Caitlin Clark, because she's clearly a bad coach for Caitlin Clark. Unless you want Caitlin Clark to turn into Timu Paige Bueckers. Like, it's the thing people don't understand. They think it's making basketball takes are always an insult. It's like saying, I don't know, I'm not even going to use the Kelsey Mitchell's bad with Caitlin Clark, because that's just not true. That's a bullshit take. That's an absolute bullshit take. We've seen Kelsey Mitchell off the ball. It's like saying that Natasha Howard and Aaliyah Boston don't work well together. That's factually correct. They don't play well together. How few games in games that matter this year have both of them played well? When Howard plays well, normally Boston does nothing. When Boston plays well, Howard does nothing. I think Natasha Howard's a good player. Shout out for her MVP. Natasha Howard should not be brought. If Natasha Howard is starting power forward for the Indiana Fever, they are not championship contenders. It's as simple as that. The Fever are not championship contenders if Natasha Howard starts. I like Natasha Howard. Seems like a great person. Has been okay this season. Has actually helped us a lot. You've enjoyed my analysis. Thank you, Rob, for $20. Thank you so much. How it's doing the WNBA. Does Caitlin Clark's agent work Fever management in the offseason about running the ball? I mean, the reality of the situation is that Amber Cox is not losing her job. Kelly Krauskopf is not losing her job. Steph White's not losing her job. It is more likely that Caitlin goes than the front office goes. Caitlin likes the Liberty coach. I mean, I don't think Sandy Brondolow's that good a coach either. Like, everyone's like, oh, she was placed for the Liberty coach. Based on what? I don't think Sandy Brondolow's that good a coach. Like, if you want Caitlin Clark to really be able to play her game, as shit as the Atlanta Dream are, if you put Caitlin Clark in for a Jordan Canada's team, would look ridiculous. But you want her to play for a Tibbetts, for a Nakase. And it's not even that. You want her to play with a team of dogs who run and shoot threes, and a coach who doesn't care if the players are good in ISO situations or if a player can make a read out of a pick and roll. Because that doesn't matter. Because Caitlin's the one that's going to be making the reads off the pick and roll. Your job is to run off the ball, cut, play hard on defense, and run like fuck. The problem is that Stephanie White wants a whole bunch of players that are a 6 out of 10 at everything, and wants her point guard to just be a 6 out of 10 at everything, when the problem is that Caitlin Clark is either a 10 out of 10 in what she does well or a 0 out of 10 at what she does badly. And the problem is in this motion offense is you got to be a jack of all trades player, which Caitlin Clark isn't. She's not. She has flaws in her game. She absolutely, oh, for fuck's sake. That's 4 on Lexi, isn't it? Caitlin needs to play in the West. I mean, conferences don't mean anything in the WNBA. Lexi being on 4s is going to be a bit of a struggle here, but big shot. Who I'm guessing it's Kelsey. If we hit a 3, I'm guessing it's Kelsey Mitchell. Wait, why is Lexi still on the floor? Jesus, just attack. All they have to do is attack Lexi every time. Yep, we hit a 3. It's Kelsey Mitchell. Shout out Kelsey Mitchell. She's been exceptional in these playoffs. She's been exceptional. Let's not. No matter what happens, don't say Kelsey Mitchell doesn't play winning basketball. This is not on her. This is not on her. But like, Kelsey Mitchell is now standing in the corner. Kelsey Mitchell in that offense was going to stand in the corner for the entire offense. That was what they ran. They ran a Lexi Hull running off the pick and roll and Kelsey Mitchell standing in the corner. No, you don't do that. His team doesn't have the lateral passes to get it back to Kelsey Mitchell. Give her the fucking ball. Just let her run high pick and rolls and use your speed. And everybody else spread out and shoot. Be ready to shoot. Ooh. That is very lucky, but it worked out. Mick needs to move to Atlanta. I was half considering that maybe 5 years ago. So I was like obviously big in the 2K community. So I was going to move to where a lot of 2K YouTubers were. So it was kind of between, I was thinking of moving to LA. Texas was where I was most likely moving to, but because of all like the guys that are AMP now, it was like right when AMP was starting. Because of all those guys, I was considering moving to Atlanta. Like, I wasn't close to the guys, but I wouldn't have known like Davis, Dennis, Agent. Agent was, shout out Agent. He actually sent me on his attorney that got him his visa, but obviously things didn't happen. Still being 2K community, no, I'm not. I was. We'll take that foul, I guess. That is a crazy foul, but we'll take it. We got the whistle, give it the whistle, take it away. Howard made the layup. Oh my God, she had a chance to make it a 9-point game. Great finish by Alicia Gray. I prefer AB attack on the perimeter. I think that's where she gets her advantage over Bree Jones, is on the perimeter. I don't think her advantage is on the inside. I don't think the team cuts well enough on the weak side to really take advantage of Ali on the inside. Naz Hillman's good. Sims not showing up at all. Yep. Okay, come on, Odyssey. Odyssey on the break. What's she doing here? Oh, she missed a layup. That might be a foul. That's definitely a foul, but... Is what was called just there? Do we have the ball? Are they going to the monitor? I don't see how you can call this a flagrant one. I just don't see how you can do it. I don't know even if it's a foul, to be honest. Can't just mug three, but I actually agree. If anything, I think she got fouled before that. Oh, she's not even looking. Like, walk 1 minute. That is a travel. That is a travel. Did she hit her? Oh, okay. Maybe that's how hard. That's yeah. Maybe, maybe that's hard enough to call it flagrant. Like, Hillman got fouled at least 3 times. Then Hillman traveled, and then she clocked her in the face. No, like that. Look, like no, that has to be like that's hard enough. You can't swing elbows and head. It depends. It depends on if you leave your cylinder or not. And she 1,000,000% left her cylinder. The problem is they're going to take 20 minutes on this call. In fairness, like the referee, you can't swing that high. It depends. Most of the time, no. What was she supposed to do? Just handle the ball. That's the issue, is like she got hacked before that. You know, I hope it's a flagrant. Get the Indiana Fever on the line. Get us one more game in. Oh. From that view, it looks like a flop. Don't care. I don't care if Harold flops. I don't even mind what this call is. I actually don't mind. If they don't call it a flagrant, I'm not going to complain. If it's called a flagrant, 2 games gone. But I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Give me 1 second. Filling a glass again. You guys hear some ASMR fizzing in the mic. versus 60 wins. You know it. You know it. ASMR fizz, you know it. Guys are getting some more ASMR fizzing right there. Yeah, common foul is the right call. Absolutely the right call. If that happened to the Fever, that's what we'd hope for. What's Croatian soda look like? Kind of looks like Coke Zero because it's Coke Zero. The problem is that if the Indiana Fever don't have a lead going into the fourth, this is GG's. If the Fever aren't up going into the fourth, this game's over. Oh, that's a foul. Against Aja, it would have been a flag. Against Aja, it would have been a suspension. Odyssey Sims has had... If I'm Odyssey Sims, just delete your Twitter. Delete Twitter on your phone. Delete Twitter on your phone if you're Odyssey Sims. Oh, Howard. Oh, Howard. You just didn't even follow a cutter. You gave up a fucking layup. Oh, Howard. Get Sims out of the game. Get Sims out of the game. Oh my God. Good defense, Kelsey. Like, why is Kelsey not touching the ball on every possession? I'd let Kelsey shoot 30 shots in this half. Okay, let her shoot every possession. Shout out Aerial Powers. Shout out Aerial Powers. Bring her back. She's the only player. She's the only one of these hardship players that I'm like, bring her back. She's the only one I want back. Has she been good for the Fever? No. Has she worked her ass off? Yeah. Is that a foul? Of course not. Of course not. How we drew a foul on that play makes no sense. But shout out Aerial Powers. Shit. Turner, no, yeah. You would, like... they're just not guarding her. They're actually just not guarding her. Like, no, Nia Coffey's like not standing even in 10 feet of her. No, not a fourth, not a fourth. Jump ball? Someone should have gotten teed up, by the way. Whoever knocked that ball away probably should have gotten teed up. Really good defense by Aaliyah. Oh, Aerial Powers probably should have been teed up there. Don't want Ari back. No. Unless you plan on trading Caitlin Clark. They can't play with each other. You want your backup point guard to be able to play with Caitlin Clark. And it's funny, people just purely look at stats when it comes to that player. It's like, you don't need stats. It's so funny watching the Dallas Wings of Grace Berger. And like, Wings fans are like, look at her points per game. Why does she play? And it's like, Chris Kaklana should just have a sign being, she passes to Paige. Like, she will pass up her own shot to pass the ball to Paige Bueckers. Ari McDonald would take her own shot before passing it to Kelsey Mitchell or passing it to Caitlin Clark. And you need to find a point guard like that. It doesn't have to specifically be Grace Berger. You just need to find a point guard that you know, if they are open, but Kelsey is also open, we'll pass the ball to Kelsey. If they are open and Caitlin's also open, we'll pass the ball to Caitlin. You need a point guard, a backup point guard does that. And unfortunately, like, there are very, very few players in the WNBA that are point guards that will do that. Because most of them played in college at these top schools where everyone can hoop and you've got an All-American on your right and an All-American on your left. Whereas for the Fever, you've got Kelsey Mitchell on your right, Caitlin Clark on your left. You can make that choice. But sometimes you've got Kelsey Mitchell on the right and Lexi Hull on the left. Pass the fucking ball to the right. You've got Caitlin Clark wide open on the right, or you've got Natasha Howard in the post. Pass the fucking ball to the right. Don't pass to the first open player, which is a big problem with most point guards in WNBA, Paige Bueckers included, that they pass the ball to the first open player. It doesn't matter who they are. If you look at individual players' points per game, then Julie Allemond, yes. That is the dream. I don't think we're going to get Julie Allemond. That is the dream. That is the highest of that type of player. Mariana Ortiz, if you're willing to scout her overseas, Mariana Ortiz would be legit. Ari's go back for Caitlin. Yeah, but they can't play with each other. It's like Erica Wheeler and Caitlin. They couldn't play with each other. What's the point of having a really good backup when Caitlin plays 35 minutes a game? You need someone that can play with Caitlin. Ari can't play with Caitlin. That's the problem. Is Veronica Burton's dream. We're not going to get Veronica Burton. Veronica Burton's not coming off the bench again. Is there some history in Jones and Boston? No, they just are competitors. That's the problem. It's not that Ari's not really good. It's that she can't play with Caitlin. Like, you don't build a team on 2K. Pieces have to fit. Like, it's why you go as far away from Odyssey Sims as possible. Caitlin won't play 35 anymore. Okay, and Caitlin plays 30. But if Caitlin plays 30 and 10 of those minutes are with Ari, you might as well play Caitlin 20 minutes a game, because when Ari's on the floor, she doesn't touch the ball. You might as well play her 20 minutes a game. So then you're going to watch, if you're going to play Ari 20 minutes a game and 10 minutes a game with Caitlin, and then Caitlin only plays 20 other minutes, are we willing to watch Caitlin Clark average 14 and 6.5 on a season? Because that's what's going to happen if she's told, go stand in that corner for 10 minutes a game and plays 20 minutes of her own game. Are we happy with Caitlin averaging 14 and 7.5 and standing in the corner as many times she has the ball in her hand? And when we watch Kelsey Mitchell score less points. JC Sheldon's not a point guard. Shout out Bree Turner with the defense. Oh my God, Bree Turner just made a layup. Shout out Bree Turner. Steph will adjust. Steph in her life has tried to play fast once, and it was at Vanderbilt, and she's the worst coach in the history of their program. Steph has only had success playing slow. She's not going to adapt. Steph played slow in the WNBA. She tried to do her own thing in college and lost. So in Steph's mind, fast equals bad. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. You're not going to convince a coach who has been super successful as a slow down coach and super unsuccessful as a fast coach to play fast. Why would she come to the Fever then? Have you not heard what everyone has said about joining the Indiana Fever? Have you not heard what everyone said? Natasha Howard was talking about winning MVP. DeWanna Bonner, I think, we're pretty confident was told, you are the offense. Our job is Caitlin's going to give you the ball. Kelsey Mitchell 100% was told you're the first option. Like, I think Steph White was told you can do what you want. Sophie Cunningham was talking about her being able to, the motion offense where every player is going to be allowed to do more on the ball. Aaliyah for 3. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Still don't know why Cheyenne Sellers didn't pan out. Man, she sucked. She sucked in preseason. Everybody knew it was Caitlin's team. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They absolutely didn't. Let's run, Kelsey. Okay, Kelsey. Boom. 10-point lead. I'm shocked we didn't sign Bree Jones. I'm actually shocked we didn't sign Bree Jones. Which would have been the worst possible signing, but I'm actually shocked we didn't. Game 3 is happening, maybe. Maybe. Honestly, maybe. Yeah, Ozzy Sims been terrible today. Ozzy Sims, 0 points, 3 turnovers, 3 assists, 0 of 6 from the field. At all live ball turnovers. Sally's knee gave out. Yeah, I remember when we saw her fall in the draft. It was like, how bad is her knee? It's like, how bad is her knee actually? I still think the Fever would have taken her had she fallen to the Fever because the Fever didn't do any due diligence on any of their players. Is her knee not fixable? Doesn't seem like it is. Doesn't seem like it is. Her knee seems to be done. Both these offenses suck. First to 60. We've been saying it the whole game. First to 60 wins. Like, the Fever have had their best scoring quarter, have they? Like, the second quarter was 15 each. And it was after the Atlanta Dream had a incredible 10 points swing. 12-8 in this quarter. The only problem is the Fever end quarters really badly, so the Fever have to. This 7-0 run's been big. So it was a crime no one took Serena Sundahl. Yeah, I mean, teams should know more than us. And Serena Sundahl looked so good in college. She was so bad in preseason. I mean, Sundahl was the last player cut from the Seattle Superstorm, like. I think everybody thought Sundahl was a dumb. Stephanie's not that dumb. She didn't come to Caitlin to turn Caitlin to a mid. She came to Indiana. No, she came to Indiana to win a championship. She didn't come to Indiana to jump on the Caitlin Clark bandwagon. She came to Indiana to win a championship. And in her system, Caitlin Clark being Paige Bueckers is better than Caitlin Clark being Caitlin Clark. That's just my opinion. In her system, it's better that Caitlin Clark tries to be Paige, which is clearly not as good as Paige because a player trying to be someone else is never as good as that player. But Caitlin Clark trying to be Paige is more beneficial than Caitlin Clark trying to be Caitlin. The Fever are going to win this game. My God, Kelsey Mitchell's so good. Kelsey Mitchell's so good. She is so, so good. She's too quick. They can't guard her. She's like a freaking play shot. She's like a play shot playing my career on rookie difficulty. She just runs through people. It's the first time Maya Call was on the floor. It's great defense by... Oh my god. Oh my god, she just fired the ball off the backboard. Did she actually just launch the ball off the backboard? How? How do you miss an open layup? She just... No. What? What? She needed to get a me bound there. She did a pray up. She took a pray up. Launched there. Ooh, that's a carry. Oh. Oh my god, did she just hit the shot clock? She just hit the shot clock. What are we doing? We're going to win this game. We are going to win this game. How are we going to win this game? Shout out to the defense. Shout out to the defense because... Oh my god, this has been an embarrassing offensive performance. Kelsey just never passed the ball unless it's someone for a layup. Kelsey should only be allowed to pass the ball to Howard or Aaliyah. That's a wild shot by Brittany Griner. That's a wild shot by Griner there. Griner washed, yep. Oh no, Bree. Is that Bree Turner on the line? Is that Bree Turner on the line? Give us one. Just give us one. That is the craziest... Oh, no. That is a defensive foul, yeah. That's absolutely a defensive foul. She tried to trip her up afterwards. That's 100% a defensive foul. Oh my god, she made both. Did I have Brittany Griner on my fantasy team? I think I might have. Shit. I had Kayla Thornton on my fantasy team. And I don't think I put her in. I think I had Kia Nurse instead. Griner was good last year. She had like 18 a game. We're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. I'm telling you, we're going to win this game. Oh my god, they're not even going to score 60 points. Like, I don't know if they're going to score, if they're going to score 10 points in this quarter. They're not even going to score 60. Aerial Powers. Shout out Aerial Powers. Shout out Aerial Powers. Like, Aerial Powers, Turner Maven player of the game. Nope, that's Aerial Powers. And Kelsey Mitchell, obviously. Kelsey Mitchell doing Kelsey things. Aerial Powers has kind of been there for nearly all the momentum swings for the Fever. Wait, we just scored 5 points. What? What just happened? Aaliyah on the inside. Lexi for three. Yes, 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 yes. Shout out Lexi. Lexi for three. Oh my God. I wish I could go crazy for that. I wish I could go crazy. Oh my God, what a shot by Lexi Hull. Oh my God. 15-point lead. I wish I could have gone crazy for that. Like, Aerial Powers needs to be re-signed. If we somehow win this playoff series. If we somehow win this series. I have West Nile. What's West Nile? What's West Nile? I don't have pain behind my eyes. I had a sore throat. My joints are fine. Don't have headaches. Body doesn't ache. Don't have a fever. I'm good. I'm good. I just have 30-something mosquito bites all over my body. If I had it, I wouldn't be here. I think if I had any of the, malaria or any of these things, I wouldn't be here. I got the Rona. I'm not even sick. I'm not even sick. And this is coming from me, a man who spent the entirety of last winter sick, a man who got pneumonia twice last winter. I had pneumonia twice last winter. We don't have a big enough lead. I don't know if they scored 15 points in this quarter. I don't even know. I look like I caught a fever. I mean, the only fever I caught is the Indiana fever. One second. I can't even find my favorite jersey. Can't find it. trying to stay awake, lads. I'm trying to stay awake. Game over. Game over. KK effing Timpson. Release the Kraken. Release the Kraken. $18 point lead. It's over. It's over. This one's over. Oh my God. This one is over. This one's over. We've got 60. 674 wins it. Dude, 64 wins this. I do not have a Leeds jersey with me, which is really rare. This might be the first Sun holiday I've gone on without a Leeds jersey in years. Who are we keeping next year? Caitlin, Lexi, Aaliyah, Kelsey, Sophie, Powers, Bree Turner, KK. That's who we're keeping next year. Who's going to be gone? Chloe, Ari. Chloe's going to be gone. Ari's going to be gone. Odyssey's going to be gone. Petty's going to be gone. Colson's going to be gone. Howard's probably going to be gone. Yeah, I think they're probably going to keep returning, yeah. There's a potential that they just give Sid Colson a contract and suspend the contract while she's injured, and she's injured for the whole year. Danta's gone. 0% chance Dantas comes back. That's game. That's game. Oh my God. White Turner, last spot on the bench. I also think they're going to trade a draft pick. I think the Fever are going to trade a draft pick. That's another theory. If they protect Dantas as an unrestricted free agent, again, I'll become an unrestricted free agent when it comes to when it comes to supporting a team. Why Chloe? They're not going to keep Chloe. Why would they keep Chloe? She doesn't have a position in Steph White's system. She's not big enough. Steph White doesn't play with stretch fours. Draft Hannah Stolke. I think they should draft Hannah Stolke, honestly. Draft a stash. Like, I don't think they're going to draft Iana Martin. The only player that I think is really absolutely worth stashing off the top of my head is Awafam. I need to watch more. Is Saffron Shields next year's draft? Because I know she's injured at the minute. What? Yeah, I'd take Saffron Shields in maybe the second round as just like a as a stash. I definitely, because I know she's injured at the minute, I probably would stash Saffron Shields. She's Australian. They're taking Garzon. If we take Timu Katie Lou Samuelson, if we take a player who is worse than Chloe Bibby, if we take a 6'3", no position, too slow to play as a guard, too small, too weak to play as a forward, Stokey in the second is to play. We're not getting Hannah Stokey at 25. Like, we're not getting Hannah Stokey at pick 25. She's not falling to 25. Hannah Stokey, let me repeat, Hannah Stokey played 20 minutes for Team USA in the World Cup, or in America Cup. Hannah Stokey played more meaningful minutes than Reagan Beers. Hannah Stokey played more meaningful minutes than Audie Crooks. Hannah Stokey is significantly better pro prospect than Reagan Beers. Hannah Stokey is a better pro prospect than Lauren Betts, in my opinion. I would take Hannah Stokey somewhere just outside the lottery, but before 12, which is where the Fever fall. Take Peyton Verhulst. We can find a Peyton Verhulst. You can find a Peyton Verhulst. The only thing is, like, if you can find a player overseas on a vet minimum, you don't draft them. We're not going to be able to get Xander Lassini. Hannah Stokey's a massively undersized center. Steph would not want Hannah Stokey. That is 100% correct. Steph White would not want Hannah Stokey, which is the problem. Is that we're going to go and we're going to go and take a bunch of players that suit Steph White's system, but then don't suit Caitlin's system. And then inevitably, when the Indiana Fever lose in the first or second round next year and Steph White's fired, we suddenly don't have the roster or the personnel to get a coach that wants to play fast. About time Odyssey Sims made a shot. Boston isn't a big, yeah, but she plays slow. She's not that tall, but like the only two players that can actually fit beside Leah Boston are Azare and Alana Smith. And if we don't, we're probably not getting either of them. Kate Martin. I wouldn't mind Kate Martin as a bench player, but like, no. Fever should trade their draft pick for who? We've already missed out on Sanaya Rivers. And again, Sanaya Rivers would be great beside Caitlin Clark, not in Steph White's system. In Steph White's system, Sanaya Rivers can't see the floor. Who's Angloma? Would I take Saffron Shields at 10? No. Saffron Shields is a stash, and she's been injured. She was injured all last year. Angel Reese for Demir Stan as a first-round pick. Well, Demir Stan is an unrestricted free agent, but obviously, yes, you make that trade. I don't even care. Like, I would give up our first-round pick this year and in 2027 to take the risk on Angel Reese. If it doesn't work out, just cut her. Like, I think it's even worth the risk. Giving up 2 firsts is worth the risk for that. Because if it works out, we're winning the championship. If it doesn't work out, we cut her, and it's worth the risk. It's worth it. I would hate Maddie Westball. I just think she sucks. I don't care if she had 25 points in a meaningless game. I still think she sucks. I kind of wanted us to take Maddie Westball. Not at 8, but like if we had her in a second round. And I'm kind of glad that the Sky took her before we could have taken her. Maddie Westball won't make the roster next year. No, Angel Reese is a brilliant player. Have they really brought out their bench? No. You go Tash for Angel. Tasha Howard's a free agent. Like, how are we supposed to trade Unrestricted free agents. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. You can't just trade unrestricted free agents. And Hannah Stokey played the 4. The Addie O'Grady played the 5, and then I forgot her name. What was the freshman who was like absolutely hooping last year? Should draft Neepkins. If we fucking take Gianna Neepkins, like, have we not seen from Elisa Peely how much that Lynn Roberts Utah system made players look good? Stokey was garbage at the 4. She played the 4 like all the year. She played the 4 for Team USA in AmeriCup. Keep Howard, the team loves her. Yeah, you don't win a championship based on vibes. Ava Hayden, that's who it is. Ava Hayden was hooping. Am I watching the game? Yeah, but like it's a 21-point game. Nothing matters from here on out. Like literally, it does not matter to Maya Kawa. Or that Shatori Walker-Kimber just stepped on the floor. I actually thought the Fever should have signed her. That was a bad decision by me. Like, they've put out their bench and Odyssey Sims is just going ISO. Like, Strong could leave early. Nope. Strong cannot leave early. Strong is born in 2006, which means she is only eligible because she's American in 2028. Shields fell in mock drafts. She got injured. Yep. I think it's tough taking a stash that's injured. Howard's a champion. Yeah. Well, so is fucking Jalen Sherrod. Everyone's not a champion once until they win one. Toby Fournier has actually did really well for Duke. I was impressed by her. Like, you don't need to have any champions on your team to win a championship. Like, the 2022 Aces had what? Chelsea Gray? Had one champion. The Liberty had 2. Salute and Stewie. Salute barely played. And Stewie sucked in the finals. Isn't Stokey a young Tasha Howard? Stokey runs harder. Stokey makes better moves. Makes better cuts. She's used to playing with Caitlin. And Stokey's a better defender. Iana Martine. I like Iana Martine. I just don't necessarily think the Fever need to take a point guard and stash her. Like, I mean, nothing that happens right now matters in the game. Dirk was a loser till 2011. Yep. Jason Kidd was a loser until 2011. Sean Marion was a loser until 2011. Tyson Chandler was a bust until 2011. Paige Siakovic was a loser until 2011. JJ Barea, no one fucking heard of him till 2011. LeBron was a loser till 2012. Michael Jordan was a loser until 1990. They taught Michael Jordan, they said Michael Jordan was a loser, and then he went and rattled off 6 and 8 years. You're only as good as your last competition. Yeah, that's not true at all. That's a crazy statement to make. Not everyone can be Duncan. Yeah, not everyone can be Duncan and get drafted to a team who had David Robinson on it. Ivana Jokic. Is she not your one? Did she not win? Was she not on the Liberty last year? The BS of the fan, no idea. No idea. Indiana at it again with a trashless fan. Man, a fan getting kicked out of a playoff game. It would be, I'd be shocked if a playoff game happened and a fan didn't get kicked out. What the fans say, I don't know. No way Jordan never lost. He won a championship. You do realize until they won the ring, the thing was Jordan was a losing basketball player. No one cares if he won in college. Carmelo Anthony ended his career as a loser. He won in Syracuse. No one cares. The second you set foot in the NBA or the WNBA or the pros, no one gives a damn what you did in college. It's only now that people try to make this really weird, make it a really big deal just to make a knock on Caitlin Clark. And you better believe, if Caitlin Clark had won one of those rings, they'd be still finding a way to hold it against Caitlin Clark. In women's basketball, they do, because these aren't sports fans. They're just people that want to push a narrative. They don't care about sports. They just want to push their narratives. WNBA is different than the NBA. No, it isn't. It's the exact same thing, except you've got the media being bigger, somehow bigger narrative pushers in the NBA. You're old enough to remember people calling MJ a loser in the NBA. Yeah. I've spent enough time around basketball circles that my job's been to watch basketball. I've read every narrative back then. I've read all the narratives that everyone's talking about Jordan's special whistle. I've read the Wilt Chamberlain talking about how the NBA is soft now and players couldn't play in his era. Like, see, from the NBA, you have to play 4 years in college. Yeah, but everyone played 4 years in college in the NBA until 20 years ago. Fair play to the Indiana Fever, though. Fair play. Fair play. Like, fair play to all you guys for coming into the stream as well. Do you reckon we could hit 200 likes by the end of this game? Do you reckon we could hit 200 likes? And the video to break down. 200 likes would be insane. But, look, the Indiana Fever were extremely successful in dragging the Atlanta Dream down to their level. And I have to say, they just outworked. They outworked the Dream. This was a ballsy performance where I don't think the Fever were particularly good. But I think they really, really, really shut down the Dream and made nothing comfortable for them. 19 combined points for Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray. Kelsey Mitchell with 19 herself. Aaliyah with 15. Look, I was wrong about Aaliyah backing down Bree Jones. I was wrong. But like, this game was, if I'm not mistaken, I think this game was 47-50. Am I right in saying this game was 47-50? But like, it was really close. Like, this was a close game for a while. Like, the Fever had a bit of a lead. The Dream pulled it back. 47-37, no, it wasn't. 49-39, was it 40-37? Yeah, it was 40-37 halfway through the third. It was a game. And it was looking like a game that the Atlanta Dream were going to just blow out. The Indiana Fever went on a 33-20 run. But like at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what's going on now. It's garbage time. That was absolute garbage time. They went on a 7-0 run immediately to bring it out to 10 and never kind of let up. For the Dream, I thought Griner played way too many minutes today. I know she's on the floor at the end now. I thought she played way too many minutes. Bree Jones, I didn't think played enough, despite the fact she was on 3 fouls. I don't care if it's plus minus. I thought Bree Jones should have played more. I thought Aaliyah really outplayed Bree Jones. Shout out Bree Turner. I thought KK came in, hit the shot to essentially ice the game. Like it looks like they were going to win fourth quarter. They managed to have a 15-point lead, and that's the thing where it's like it's a 10-point game, and it's 54-44, and the Indiana Fever go and make a layup, then get a steal on the inbounds, get the ball to Lexi Hull, who ends the quarter on a 3, and suddenly it's a 15-point game. It went from, okay, the Fever are in the lead. They have control of this game. They're in the lead. And then all of a sudden, they have the game blown out to 15. And then they go into the fourth quarter, and you're thinking, okay, they can't choke this lead. And KK Timpson gets an and one. KK Timpson gets an and one in her first possession, as KK Timpson goes and has 7 points in this game. Another key contributor was Aerial Powers. Aerial Powers, a key contributor in that game. I thought it's funny. If you watch the game, you will see how big Aerial Powers was in key moments. But she's minus in the plus minus. Purely because like plus minus is such a flawed stat. And KK gets her 9th point of the game. Plus minus is such a flawed stat that like it looks like Aerial Powers is a bad game. Aerial Powers was, if you did not look at the box score, you would be saying she was one of the best players for the Fever. For the Atlanta Dream, they all stunk. And you give a lot of credit where credit's due to the Indiana Fever's defense. You give a lot of credit where credit's due, in my opinion, to the likes of Alexi. I thought Kelsey Mitchell played a good disciplined game on defense. I thought Bree Turner was exceptional on defense today. Aaliyah was Aaliyah. And heck, even Natasha Howard came in and played. Trust me, I am the biggest jinx ever. I'd already just conceded that they'd lost this game. I conceded it was over. And the Indiana Fever come out with a blowout win in game 2 to set up a game 3. Not something that I ever thought was going to happen. The Gamebridge fans, I said it as well before the game, where I'm like, the fact that it was essentially free to get in, it was like $8, means you're going to be getting, means because anyone can go, the people that are going want to be there. And like as a Leeds United fan, you know, someone said first playoff win in 9 years. It's been longer than 9 years. They got beaten in a best of 1 first round in 2016. So it's been 10 years, I'd say, since they won a playoff game. Because the last playoff game they won was to get to the finals. Was in one of the games to get to the finals in 2015. But when, like, as a Leeds fan, the cheaper the tickets are, the more like really good fans go, because they aren't being priced out. And again, you got to give credit where credit's due to the Indiana Fever fans. You got to give credit where credit's due to the Indiana Fever's defense. Look, a lot of their offense came from their defense. A lot of that came from the defense. It was an ugly game. It was a grinded out game. And the Fever are pretty good at winning those games. They are really, really good at winning those games this year. They've won a lot of grinded out games. And whenever you can, like, let's be real. I'm not, like, obviously, I counted the Fever out completely. I counted the Fever out. Whenever like, it seems like whenever the general population counts the Indiana Fever out, they just come back. And look, do I think it's more beneficial? Do I think they're going to win game 3? No. Do I think it's more beneficial that they tanked rather than losing the first round of the playoffs? Yeah. Do I think it's going to be, do I think they jumped the gun, ruling Caitlin Clark out? Because there's no way they couldn't have gotten Caitlin Clark healthy to play in round 2. But at the same time, I don't know how important it would be to have Caitlin Clark playing against the Aces. It's one of those things with the Fever that they made wrong. It seems like they made some wrong decisions, but you can never question, never ever 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 question the effort of these players. And look, like, you can say what you want about the team, you can say what you want about their tactics. Is their game watching paint dry? Yes. Are they the most boring team in all of basketball? Yes. Are their wins boring? This is when you know a team's boring, when you get bored when they win. Yeah, it is. But that doesn't matter at this stage, because the Indiana Fever don't know how to give up. They don't know how to give up. And look, I always say this again. I don't think Stephanie White is the right coach for Caitlin Clark. But there's a big but there. There's a big but there. Stephanie White is an unbelievable coach. And the Indiana Fever, I don't think they do better with any coaches, any coaching staff other than the one they have. And yes, the power of togetherness can get you so far. I do think the power of togetherness might win you a playoff series. If the power of togetherness wins a playoff series, then fair play. Fair play. I'm so opinionated, but I'm not a coach. I have coached the last 2 years in the second tier in Ireland. I have coached guys that have played in the NCAA Division 1 tournament. I have coached guys that have played top level. I've coached one of the top scorers in UPlay Canada. I've coached guys that have played pro all over the world. So yeah, like, you can disagree with my opinions, but you can't just say I haven't coached a game of basketball. I'm not Stephanie White level coach. I've not coached at that level, but I've absolutely coached at some level of quote unquote pro basketball. But we gotta talk about this. We have got to talk. Before anything, we got to talk about the one player of all, the only hardship player that I want on the team next year, KK Timpson. And you might be saying, what about Ari? I love Ari McDonald. I just don't think she plays well enough with Caitlin. I don't think she plays well with Caitlin Clark. And if we want Caitlin to play 35 minutes a game, or even 32 minutes a game, then Ari McDonald isn't going to come to play 8 minutes a game sitting on a bench. It's like the Wheeler situation where sometimes you got to just let them go, let them shine elsewhere, because Wheeler was never going to do what she's doing right now in Indiana with Caitlin Clark. She was never going to do what she was doing right now with Caitlin Clark. But for me, Aerial Powers is the player that I think is genuinely an unbelievable fit when Caitlin comes back. She is somebody that is she's genuinely somebody that the effort and intensity that she's playing with, the Fever needs. She is, for lack of a better word, a fucking dog. Like, I love it. I want somebody that's going to match Caitlin Clark's energy. And yes, with Aerial Powers, you take the good with the bad. Yes, Aerial Powers was out of the league. She plays with fire. And I mean this when I say this. Aerial Powers, if she was done. If the Fever did not pick her up, she was never going to play another minute in the WNBA. She was done. She was done. And she gets to the place that she wanted to get to. She gets to the place where her name gets out there, where her vlogging stuff starts doing well. She gets to the place where Sophie Cunningham has 100,000 views on a podcast. She gets to the place where she is going to be the biggest name. And she is a feisty, hard player, tough player, spark plug, will get screaming her opponent's face. It is absolutely the perfect player that to have in your like 9th, 10th, 11th player role. Because when you've got aerial powers, when you've got Lexi, who is a fucking dog as well, Sophie Cunningham, when you get those type of players, that is the level of intensity. That is the intensity you need to play with when you are playing with Caitlin Clark. When you've got players, someone in my comment section just said Paris is an infectious positive demeanor. Yeah, it can be an infectious negative demeanor as well. And if things are going well for Aerial Powers, she's, again, brilliant to have. If things are going badly for Aerial Powers, she's bad. But I always said this when we signed Aerial Powers, you're getting one of two things. You are either getting a player who is fighting to keep their career alive in the W, or you're getting a player who just wants to cash a check and is already checked out. I said you were getting one of those two things with Aerial Powers when they signed her, and you got the former. You're getting a player that is fighting for a career. And Aerial Powers is a ticking time bomb. Yeah, probably is. I don't care. I actually don't care. Because she might be a ticking time bomb. You can cut her. Don't sign her to a protected contract. Sign her on a 1-year vet minimum. Because Aerial Powers will sign a 1-year vet minimum. She will sign a 1-year vet minimum. The reason why she'll sign a 1-year vet minimum, she will make $100,000 in off-the-court stuff for the Indiana Fever, if not more. If not more. She will make way more with the Fever than any other team because of all the stuff she does outside. Aerial Powers is a big name. She knows what she's doing. And she's somebody that, you can see it with Sophie Cunningham. The fans gravitate towards, this is going to be Caitlin's enforcer. These are the players that are hard-nosed. They dive, like Lexi Hull with her face broken, like all those things going viral. And Aerial Powers, of those three players in actual basketball, Sophie Cunningham's and Aerial Powers are probably 50-50 to start a fight. But in terms of hustle plays, Aerial Powers is right up there. Is right up there with them. And for the Fever, you're going to have to keep things really, really kind of cheap in a lot of situations, because someone in my chat said someone's going to pay Lexi close to the max. Yes, they might have to max a restricted free agency offer for Lexi Hull, which is way more than Lexi Hull's worth, because teams with cap space might pay Lexi Hull too much. So you have to match that contract. So then you have to use that money wisely. And you're going to get Sophie close to a vet minimum, because she'll play for close to a vet minimum. She did it last year. She took a team-friendly contract, and she's going to do it again. Sophie, Aerial Powers, Lexi. That is your dogs on the wing sorted. And you bring back Kelsey. You don't need to improve on the wing. You don't. You get Caitlin Clark. You get a legit backup who's able to go, who will pass the ball to Caitlin. And you overpay that backup. You go to Julie Allemond, who is the perfect backup point guard for the Fever, by the way, if she's willing to play. Julie Allemond is perfect, because when Caitlin's on the floor, she'll get the ball to Caitlin. She actually just runs the show. So if you go and get Julie Allemond at the one to back up Caitlin, who is just perfect fit. Is she as good as Ari McDonald? Maybe, maybe not, but she just fits better. You keep Lexi, you keep Ariel, you keep Sophie, you keep Kate, you keep Kelsey Mitchell. That's your wings. You're good. You're good. And then you've got max money to throw at Alana Smith or an Azare Stevens. You throw max money at Alana Smith. You throw max money at Jess Shepherd off the bench. she'll probably take max money. You have the money to do that. And suddenly you've got a team where it's like you've got the post scoring off the bench in Shepherd. You've got your spacing in Alana Smith, Jess Shepherd worked. You get your spacing in Alana Smith and Aaliyah Boston because they can both kind of shoot. You've got dogs on the wing. You've got athletes you've got either bruisers or athletes to run. As even Azare beside Jess Shepherd works, or Azare beside Leah Boston works. And then maybe you go in the draft and you draft a Hannah Stuelke as a track star at the 4. Like, that is a winning roster. It's dogs, it's athletic, they run, they play defense, they want to be there, and they want to outwork you. And there are a lot of players that will do the dirty work so that Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell don't have to. So that they don't have to do all the dirty work. You got players, you got defense, you got players that will cover them for their lapses in that end, so that they can focus more on then getting their buckets. And all of a sudden, you're looking at a team that's a good defensive team that can be a good offensive or a really good defensive team as a system. You've got players that are good second line defenders for when Caitlin and Kelsey inevitably get beaten. And then you've got fucking dogs there on the wing who will play for cheap. That's the biggest thing. She will play for cheap. She will play for cheap. We know she'll play for cheap. Like, she's playing on a literal vet minimum. She was out of the league. She's playing for a career. She's basically making no money right now. And she's playing for a fucking career. Like, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. So that is the video. I'll see you guys. So what's happening here? It's a game right now. As Malonga has 4 points. Shit. Fair fucks to her. I just got Kirsten Bell's hit a shot. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream right there. I will